Number 6. So thanks for talking about dreams and weird things. So I had that dream of the blackfellas, the elders, calling to me and talking to me. But then I had a couple of other things happen. Now I'm in Texas, man. There's not a gum tree to be found. There's some cedar wood sitting at the back of our place. We back up into like a reserve and there's a bunch of wood lying around. I just got up one Saturday morning and I knew I had to come and find a piece of wood. So I come find a piece of wood and it had to have this particular bend in it and all that sort of stuff. And I start carving this thing, man. And I found out later on, I looked it up, it was a killing stick. It was a stick used for hunting kangaroo and bits and pieces and fighting and stuff. And I didn't know what that was. So I just started carving this thing. I found out this, months later. About another week later, 2 weeks later, I just woke up again. I had to carve some more stuff. But this time it was a long thing that was plain, sort of like an airfoil. It came to a sharp tip. And the thing I saw in my dream, you attached a bit of twine to it or something. And I found out it was a nulla, a bull roarer. And I'd never made anything like that. I'd heard of them, but I'd never made anything like that. But I just woke up instinctively knowing how to do this. And that, for me, is strange. I'm not necessarily a particular handy guy. I love to touch of wood. I love my hands in dirt and soil, but I'm not particular. But then all of a sudden, I just know how to make these things, or I know what they're supposed to look like. And I had one more dream type thing happen like that. Not here, but actually while I was on my journey in Australia. Strangest thing, we're driving along the road and we drive over. Driver in the middle. In America, you sit on the left-hand side of the car. In Australia, you sit on the right-hand side of the car. So anyway, my wife, she needed to drive, man. I've been driving a lot. And she was going to drive on a freeway and she's having this drive. My Cherokee wife in the middle of bloody Australia having a drive, mate. Oh well. Good luck to us, we survived, yeah. So literally we're driving, all right, and it was like a bang. This vision type thing. And again, it's nighttime. And there's this beautiful woman. And that's a very interesting thing there. Because I was raised to believe that black fellas were ugly and stupid. And in my entire time, everything that happened this last period, I met the most beautiful, intelligent people. And I realized how much being told that my people were ugly and stupid by society or by whomever, how much it impacted that unknown parts of me and how I viewed myself and understood myself. But anyway, so it was this flash, this vision thing. And then there's this older woman. She looked in her 50s, but she was much old. She was thousands of years old. Black fella, she's sitting there, grey hair, and she's sitting at a fire. And she reaches over and draws a turtle in the sand. And then she had this Coolerman type thing. I found out it was called a Coolerman later. I didn't know that. It's Coolerman. And she's taking some sort of fish paste off this and she's feeding this sand turtle. And this sand turtle, then the sand around the turtle starts to come awake into waves. And then the turtle starts to take form. And this serpent goanna or something starts to nibble or grab at the turtle, and the turtle swims off in the stand and goes to a far land. And the turtle's in this far land for a long time, and the turtle's starting to fade, and the turtle's starting to wane, and its skin's starting to get grey. And then on one night, in this beautiful, beautiful sky with the stars everywhere, the turtle goes to the beach shore and looks out over the ocean. And it can see a fire in the far distance. And the turtle hears the sound of the old lady singing. Was it the old lady singing? I don't know. It's just the sound of singing again. And the turtle knew it was time to return home. So the turtle takes off, and I'd be making it up if I told you what else happened, but that was it there. So just strange stuff, hey? Not your normal everyday thing in Texas for a fella. Yeah.